Welcome to Shakespeare Full Circle, a journey of a circuitous nature into the mind of the Bard of Avon, or as you become more familiar, Uncle Will. I'm your host, Kari Marshall. It was a beautiful late summer day in August of 1945. Engineer Tsutomu Yamaguchi was rounding out his last day on an extended business trip to the city of Hiroshima. He heard what he thought was a plane overhead when the sky erupted in a blinding light. Mr. Yamaguchi threw himself into a ditch as the atomic age was ushered in. He survived, being just over 2 miles from ground zero, but he was covered in burns. He somehow made his way back to his home in a journey that took 3 days. Being a stickler for punctuality and possessed of a strong work ethic, Mr. Tamaguchi reported back to his office in the city of Nagasaki. At 11:02, Mr. Tamaguchi saw the familiar blinding light. The second of America's bombs had dropped. Having survived again, he made his way frantically to his home to check on his wife Hisako and their infant son Katsutoshi. When he arrived in his neighborhood, he found his home destroyed and no sign of his family. But that was because they weren't at home. Because of his burns he sustained in the first bombing, Mrs. Tamaguchi went out with her son to buy burn cream and bandages for her husband. Despite his burns and radiation sickness, Mr. Tamaguchi saw out the war and lived to the ripe old age of 93. So, what are we talking about today? Well, as luck would have it, I just so happen to know. That phrase, as luck would have it, comes up in a far less dramatic way in The Merry Wives of Windsor. First published in 1602, but believed to have been written sometime before 1597, Uncle Will's comedy follows the shenanigans of Sir John Falstaff. Our brash bon vivant sets out to woo and trick 2 married ladies into giving him money by sending them both, Mistress Ford and Mistress Page, identical love letters. By the time the end of Act 3 swings around, the plethora of meetings and false wooings reaches its pinnacle.
Now, Master Brooke, you come to know what hath passed between me and Ford's wife?
That indeed, Sir John, is my business.
Master Brooke, I will not lie to you. I was at her house the hour she appointed me. The peaking cornuto, her husband, Master Brooke, dwelling in a continual alarm of jealousy, comes me in the instant of our encounter, thither provoked and instigated by his distemper, and forsooth to search his house for his wife's love.
What? While you were there?
While I was there.
And did he search for you and could not find you?
You shall hear. As good luck would have it, comes in one Mistress Page.
This phrase that deals with fate, chance, happenstance, or what we generally refer to as luck, as with many of Uncle Will's idioms, has changed slightly for us today. The difference is that we have generally associated the term luck with good fortune. But for the Elizabethans, luck was a term of fate that was neither good nor bad, the luck of the draw, almost neutral in your destiny. So you would have to qualify it as good luck would have it. For us, luck has become positive in essence.
Lucky?
We need to attach the prefix "un" to reverse the innate position of the word. So, thinking back to Tsutomu Yamaguchi's story, it could be argued, I suppose, that he was either very lucky, surviving 2 atomic bombs, or extremely unlucky, being in both bombed cities. It seems to me that such extraordinary circumstances of fate should warrant a unique phrase for his situation. And, as luck would have it, there is. Niju Hibakusha. Translation: a twice-bombed person. Well, alas and alack, my friends, that's all we have time for. Join us again next time for another circuitous journey into the mind of Uncle William. I'm Kari Marshall. Farewell until next time. Today's excerpts were from the BBC Archangel production of The Merry Wives of Windsor, and a clip from Napoleon Dynamite. Shakespeare Full Circle is a production of WGTE Public Media. You can learn more and download all episodes at wgte.org/sfc or wherever you get your podcasts.